Hi, this is Shirley Moon at the homestead. I thought I'd do this little video, which has been long overdue, before I cut all the herbs in my garden. I thought I'd introduce you to some of them for those who don't know, and some of you already know. You can just admire their beauty. This is one of my guardians who help protect the rear garden. Parsley has offered to help as well in her own way. As I guide you through the beautiful herbs I have here, the first one I want to introduce you to is Mr. Wormwood. I have yet to find wormwood growing wild. I have been looking, but I've not yet been able to see. This is my beautiful variegated Artemisia. Beautiful mugwort growing here. Loving the sun, but again this will be cut later to be used in the shop. We have now a lovely Melissa lemon balm, now in flower. Gorgeous plant. Plant I have now gone to seed, but still looks nice. Those striking colours is my valerian, and I think, I don't know if it survived or not, I did have some skullcap tucked in here and little hideys. This beautiful, one of my favourite herbs to work with is vervain, Bridie's flower. Such a useful herb, and it just loves here. All my plants are in pots, so they have to be well tended. Geraniums, I just love geraniums. And we have all sorts of colours here. You helping me, Parsley? Parsley's sitting there because she wants me, well, she was sitting there. And it's because we know we're talking about her. Am I going to do this one first then? Okay. This one that Parsley's come over to is my beautiful rue plant. Now, in lots of books, this is a masculine plant. It's a plant of the sun. But here I call this my old girl. She's a crone because she's very old now. I've had her a very long time. And most of the people who've had rue plants off me, the cuttings have come from this beautiful plant. Yeah, it's a photosynthesis plant, so some people are allergic to it when the hot sun is on it, so sometimes it's best to cut it at night. Beautiful, it's in flower, it's got its little seed pods. Now, the one who's showing off here, this was planted a little late, but it's doing very well for itself, and the same with the borage. Beautiful borage. I'll take some pictures of that once it's out in flower. As we come further down here, this little plant is Solomon's seal. This was planted as a root, and this little cutting is a yew tree, and it was only that big when I planted it, but now look at it, it's all growing, and I will repot that at a later date. More geraniums. I just love them, and they're very protective as well. Lovely elder in my garden. This one looks healthier than the one we unfortunately had to cut down, but this is the seedling from it. And this mama elder Oops. She's got a little guardian of her own. Little spider. This is the other rue plant I've got growing. As you can see, I love rue. I do use it quite a lot magically. This is the younger one, and I have one tucked in the corner there as well. Just about to see it. This I'm going to be planting today because it's starting to go, what I call go over. This is my catmint, which Parsley likes, and it smells divine. Can't pick any off at the moment, but let's see. Ooh, no, not ready to release yet. I usually find if a herb becomes a ways in your garden, then it's ready. Parsley, what's this? Oh, she's seen something. What are you looking at? I'm going to leave the frog alone. Leave the frog. She likes the catnip. So there we go. This is mint. This is chocolate mint. Chocolatey mint. This beautiful fern, look at it, it's beautiful. This actually died back earlier in the year, but it's really showing off now. I won't be cutting this, I'll just leave this to grow. This is like the king of my garden. It's let me know, and it doesn't want to be disturbed at all. This one, beautiful plant, to be munched at by the snarlies. I've got a lovely tall in the tub apple tree growing, hopefully to get a few apples this year. I've just seen this one's been nibbled at, so hopefully none of the others will. This plant growing here, which as you can see, the snarlies like this as well. This is bergamot. It's not flowered yet, so I'm going to let it flower, then I will cut it before the snails eat it all. Again, this is mugwort, but it's not the variegated sort. This is something I've picked from a little tip, and it's grown quite nicely. My roses started to go over now, but that's okay. This is my beautiful altar to the Mother Goddess, and the plant that's grown really well with her is Bethany. It's not a plant that is used in modern times now for magic, but it is a perfect plant for removing hexes and curses. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get a cutting off that, but I might wait till it seeds and collect the seeds. I have a little cold frame here with a few things growing. So I have a poinsettia, the poor thing got attacked by the snarlies, so I brought it back in and hopefully it'll recover. I've got some wormwood cuttings and some mugwort cuttings here. Beautiful plants growing. So there you go. Well, you weren't much help, Parsley. But there's obviously something in the undergrowth there that she's interested in. Parsley. No. She said you're going to have to do your own video without my help. Those of you who know Parsley know she's on the back of my tarot cards. My garden is very much protected by bay, which I also pick and use in my cooking as well. And I've noticed that I've got some berries now. So there we go. So thank you for joining me in my visit around the Witch's Garden.